So, driving along, this is what I came out to. Yeah, 16 psi. That tells me there's something going on here. Either I have a nail or something. So let's investigate. And what do we have here? Big old nail. I'll show you how to fix that. We're just gonna use a good old Walmart brand here. Buy it from them. You can buy it at the store. One of these bad boys here. Comes with the kit, the whole puncture kit, cement. So we're gonna do this in our driveway. Get this fixed because I'm about to lose a lot of air in that tire. So let's get this off the ground as fast as we can. I'll show you how. All right, so what you want to do is jack up the car. We can jack up this car like we did in the last video, how you can jack up this car without actually putting two jack stands on it. You can just jack it from the front. This whole car will go up because the frame is so strong, it'll be able to hold up both front and back tires. So I figured jack up the front and lift it up. We'll take the wheels off. We'll plug the leak up. So you're going to use these hockey pucks that prevents damage to the battery. And I'll show you how to plug these in. As you can see, both wheels are off the ground. You got that one over there. You got this one over here. You can see both wheels are off the ground with one jack. Pretty good, right? So after we've jacked the car, we're gonna take the cap off. So don't use any fly heads. Use a trim tool that will scratch the rim. Get one there and then pop the other side out. Just by going like this. Pop it out. Just be aggressive. There it is. Here's the problem. Let's get that out. Patch everything back up and put it back. All right, let's read some instructions on how to fix this thing here. So figure 1, punch a hole. Figure 2, clean the hole. Figure 3, put the new tab in, inflate, and trim to size. Doesn't seem too bad, right? Pretty big there, friend. That looks like a big nail of some sort. Prepping this before I pull that. That way, when I pull that, it's be ready to go. Okay, thread it like that. And go halfway. Once 2/3 of it's buried, I'm gonna pull out, and this will self-cut or will stay. Make sure we have some bondage left. We have a compressor, so we can. So here's the compressor I got from Walmart. It's by Heart. It's got 175 max psi, 6 gallons, so it does the job. I mean, there's no oil needed. It's portable. It's a very pint size. So I'll flash across screen the link for those. So if you choose to use those links, help support channel, extra cost to you. So that's what I use for my compressor. Ideally, you want to have this on an upright position and get some leverage. Clean it up. Plug it up. So about 2/3 in. I'm gonna pull hard. So I don't know what this is. Somebody's keys. The only I did hear when I did hit it, I did hear the sound of this hitting the ground. 3 psi, not much. Let's put some air here. 43. All right, I did let it dry overnight. You can see the stubble still up there. I still have not cut it yet. I like to double check to make sure everything's in order. So last night we pumped the air back in at 43 psi. Let's see, we're still at 43. So still at 43.5. That confirms the patch works. I did say I was going to rotate the tire from the back to the front, so this will go on the front. Put the valve cover back on. Air valve cover. And something the garages do, they'll just put plain dish soap to see if there's any bubbles coming out of this before I cut the tip off. So get yourself a basin, fill with some water and soapy water. And basically soapy water is what you want. So that way it gives me a double check, triple check to see if anything's bubbling. So I would say that's a success. You will see it bubble very easily if there's air coming out. That's just bubbles popping off. Trim off the excess piece, and then we'll install the rims back onto the front now, because I did say we're going to do that. So I'm just going to get a utility knife or what have you, whatever's sharp. Just cut it as close to the tread as you can. And this will make a noise when you drive. That's totally fine. It's whatever. It's pretty decent. I don't think it's anything we need to worry about. Right. Call that a success. Let's put the rims back on, and we'll torque everything to spec, which is 120 foot-pounds. You want to do a star pattern, that way it evens out. So everything by hand. 109 foot-pounds or 175 Newton meters. So it looks like everything works. So it has read off the TPMS. It's 44 psi, 43, 40. So we'll put some more air in that one to meet the 42 that they recommend. All right, that's how you fix a fat on a Tesla. I mean, any other car, you just use the patch that you get from Walmart. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Yeah, we do ourselves. I think if you go to a garage or, I don't know, a Tesla dealership, it'll probably cost you about $50 US dollars to have them patch that up for you. Of course, they're going to recommend you get a new tire, but this channel is not about that. This channel is about saving money and doing stuff yourself. So I appreciate you. That's how you fix a flat on a Tesla or any other car that needs a flat to be fixed. All right, appreciate you. I'll see you next video.